The Supreme Court is all set to take up the centre's plea on the All India Football Federation matter in the wake of FIFA's ban. The ban comes after the Supreme Court removed Praful Patel as the AIFF president on May 18 for not holding elections due in December 2020. The court had appointed a 3-member committee of administrators to manage the affairs of the National Federation. Meanwhile, FIFA cited undue influence from third parties as a reason for its action and stripping India of the right to host the Under-17 Women's World Cup scheduled to take place this October. The AIFF has called for an emergency meeting in the national capital tomorrow.
Very unfortunate that FIFA has banned Indian football, and at the same time I feel it's a very harsh decision from FIFA to ban Indian football. But at the same time I think it's a great opportunity to get our system right. And it's very important that all the stakeholders, be it federation, state association, sports ministry, to come together, get the system right, and everybody work for betterment of Indian football.
This ban has exposed so many things. First of all, our administration, the loopholes. And at the same time, here you asked about some footballers. For a long time, Assam doesn't have any kind of state leagues with both men and women. And we, the clubs, their dreams have been killed. India is not going to host Under-17 Women's World Cup as of now. And ATK Mohan Bagan is not going to play Asian Cup Club Championship as of now. Everything is 0-0 for India.
How big a setback is this suspension, the FIFA suspension on the AIFF for Indian football?
It is a tremendous setback. I think if we don't work together and get the ban lifted, it is going to set back Indian football to its dark ages. FIFA doesn't accept any kind of third-party intervention in management and administration of football in any of the nations globally. So we have to understand that unless we follow the guidelines and the roadmap that was given by FIFA to us, FIFA is not going to accept it, and FIFA is not going to lift the ban. Then again, FIFA has also said that it has to act independently. The election cannot happen under the COA guidelines. It has to go as per the guidelines and the roadmap provided by FIFA. Right. We have not been doing that. After repeatedly receiving letters and warnings for FIFA, we have completely ignored that. Right. And hence this situation has arisen.
All right, so the matter is expected to be heard today at the Supreme Court by 10:30 a.m. And a big blow for the AIFF in India. It's had an 85-year-long association with FIFA. But many suspected this was inevitable. In fact, we also have the BJP alleging that it is NCP's Praful Patel who is behind the FIFA letter. We're joined by my colleague Ananya Bhatnagar to bring us more details on this. Ananya, what kind of relief can we expect from the Supreme Court? Also, it was expected earlier that the ministry also wanted the Supreme Court to make some modifications to the order. Can you walk us through what we can expect at the Supreme Court at the hearing today?
Well, yes, remember, Shilpa, when the matter had reached the top court, it was with regards to the elections to the AIFF, that is the All India Football Federation. And with regards to the latest development that has happened is that Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, in terms of the legal aspect of it, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta yesterday approached the court, in fact made an urgent mentioning, informing the top court clearly that the FIFA has banned AIFF and has cancelled the Under-17 World Cup. Remember, the Justice D.Y. Chandrachud led bench which was hearing this matter and which has passed slew of directions, including the appointment of a COA, that is the Committee of Administrators, to manage the affairs of the AIFF, had also filed a petition with regards to a contempt plea, saying that Mr. Praful Patel had leaked some letter and was continuously trying to influence the election process of the AIFF. But now, with the subsequent development taking place in FIFA banning the AIFF, remember the Justice D.Y. Chandrachud had, on the last date of hearing, clearly cleared it out that though it's doing a balancing act, though it knows that what is happening into this particular matter, is very well aware as to what is going on into this particular case, and hence the people should come out in places and the houses should be put in order, else the Supreme Court would have to interfere. And the bench was very, very categorical and clear in its observation that it wants the World Cup to happen in this country, and if at all this is not happening, which is clearly the case as the point may be, we might see the wrath of the Supreme Court. We might see that the Supreme Court would be going down on the central government, the COA and the other stakeholders into this particular matter, because remember that when the last time the matter came up for hearing before the top court, the matter adjournment was sought by the COA and the centre, clearly saying that there was a meeting scheduled with the FIFA officials, and the centre and the COA, that is the Committee of Administrators, clearly told the top court that it would go on to persuade in this particular meeting the FIFA officials in order to let the World Cup go, keep going, and in fact also let that that the World Cup goes on and the affairs of the AIFF would be put into place very well. But the same has not happened as of now. Shilpa.
Well, yes, indeed. And now the ball in the court of the Supreme Court. On that note, let's just take a very short break. I'll see you on the other side.